Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to the world's finest English Language Arts 30 students. I'm Mr. Davis, your instructor for the course, and I just want to take a couple of minutes to run through a few basic things. I know many of you have already logged in and are progressing through the course quite comfortably, but I just wanted to draw your attention to a couple of things in case there are any lingering questions. Your entry point to Blackboard is we've suggested through the Online Learning Center website. If you're having trouble, take out the S in the HTTPS and see if that works. By clicking on, you can register there, or by clicking on the Blackboard, you can access Blackboard there. Once you've done that, you'll get your username and password that you're required to log in with, and having logged in, you will look for a spot called My Classes that provides a list of the courses that you're registered in at present. In this case, you are looking for English B30 2017-18 Semester 2. And so when we click on it, it takes us to the course. You notice it'll open up on the announcements page, and along the left side of the screen, you will find your menu for the course. Occasionally that menu will disappear, and if that happens, simply take your mouse over to the left side, hover until we get this little chevron, click on it, and the menu should reappear. The basic information is all there, Blackboard information. Make sure to check announcements that are there, teacher contact, the listing of grades. By clicking on there, you'll get a list of the assignments that you have yet to complete. You notice due dates tend not to appear, but I will post suggested timelines that you should be working at. The units are contained in here, and simply by clicking on the title of one, it will take you back to everything that you need to know. For instance, Lord of the Flies, if I were doing it in a face-to-face class, I would expect to spend 3 to 4 weeks working on this. However, working on your own, you may be able to go faster than that. There's no problem with that. The course is designed for you to work at your own pace, and if you find yourself finishing before June 14th, there's no penalty. In fact, if I was a high school student, I might try and get done a little bit early just so I could enjoy June more. I know the adult students sometimes have different demands on their times. Again, as much as you can do to get things out of your way and make your life easier, I'm sure will be better. Inside each unit, there are a number of items. Some of them are informational, and you'll find this icon that shows that. It simply means there's something there for you to read and learn more about, things we might cover in notes. An electronic copy of Lord of the Flies is available by clicking on this link. However, if you can, you may want to try and find a textbook version of it. Some people find that easier. All the texts are located there for you to work with. The other main one is Hamlet, a play I've probably taught 60 some times in my career now. And I have to tell you, each time I go through it, I like it a little bit better. Working through, again, look for informational item, a little bit of background about Golding and his motivation for writing the play, themes in Lord of the Flies that you will want to be familiar with. Once we find an icon like this with the pencil and ruler on it, that tells us there's an assignment or some work to do. In order to access it, we click on the title, and it opens up for us, tells us how many points it's worth and what we're expected to do. In this case, a short little writing assignment. When it's time to hand things in, you'll notice you have a couple of options. This is the one that's best to use. Attach file. So create the file on a Word document or another word processing document. Attach it like you would an item to an email. Or another option that exists is if you've created a file elsewhere, as long as you can just simply go through that location, grab the file, and as long as we have this broken border here, you can drag and drop. You notice how the color turned from white background to purple. That indicates that we're attaching the file, and that's all there is to it. That is the best way to do it. Please don't email a bunch of files, because our server doesn't allow for that much, and the tech people get rather upset at us when that happens. That's a quick basic overview. Again, everything starts from here, Hamlet 4 to 6 weeks, some short prose 3 to 4 weeks, poetry 3 weeks, and this independent study unit, that can be an ongoing one. You could start it now but not hand it in until the end of the course. Do take a look at it. If you have any questions, I encourage you to send me an email. Phone tag can be tricky given that I work during the day and some of you may not be able to work on the course until the evening. It doesn't matter when you send the email. The first thing I do every morning when I come in is to check my email and make sure that I'm responding to that. I look forward to working with you, and I'm looking forward to you all having a very successful experience in this course. As a rule, if people make it to the end, they tend to do well because they do all of the work and they do a good job with it. They take it seriously. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you online.